Yo, what's up? We got a new game to play. You are the judge. Judge D in the building. Just call me Judge D, Judge J, Judge JD. Call me whatever, but all I know is I'm putting people in prison for life. I'm sentencing people to death. Everything. Hold on, can I turn down the music a little? Yes. Yes. Let's get to it. We got a new game. Okay. Whoa. Right is right, even if everyone is against it. And wrong is wrong, even if everyone is for it. William Penn. In your youth years, there will be quite a lot of protests against the government in your country. In this case, you used to participate in protests. You wouldn't care about the protests. You used to find the protesters injustice. Wait, what? Oh, I gotta pick one. Oh, I was born in 1983. So right now, I'm like 23. Wait, no, I'm like 20. Right? Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm 17 right now. I'm gonna do this like this is realistically me. Realistically, if there was protest, I'm not participating in protests. Like, I just got a thing where I'm scared like something bad is gonna pop off. So mostly I wouldn't care about the protests, or I used to find the protesters unjust. I would not participate. I wouldn't care about the protests. Wouldn't care. Yeah, I choose a university and you made your choice: politics, economy, or law. Law. I'm gonna be a judge. Might as well do the law. You liked a girl named Mary in law school. Now it's time to share your feelings with her. Okay. If this was real life, and I liked the girl, and I tell her that I loved her, but this is in 2004. Girls were different back then compared to what they are now. You know what, sir? You said you loved her. After God, you married me. Let's go! We got a wife. As a result of your happy marriage with Mary, you have 2 sons. Mary told you will be a great father. Oh, yes. Yes. After graduating from law school, you started working as a lawyer. You chose the field you specialize in: criminal law. That's what we do. We deal with criminals. Although you had difficulty finding free time, you were happy to spend Sundays with your family. You would visit with your spouse and children every Sunday. Bro, Sunday is church day, bro. We all should know this. We all should know this. Why the museum? Cinema? Nah, church. After practicing law for a long time, one of your best friends, Henry, encouraged you to take the judge's exam. After you brought this subject up to your wife, Mary, you saw her a little worried. Mary, you don't gotta worry. When you asked Mary about the reason of her anxiety, she says, "Is this something you want? Are you sure you won't neglect the children and me?" Mary. I won't neglect you. This reminds me of, yo, if y'all ever watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv, there was an episode where she was saying you're neglecting the family because of his job as a judge. I feel like that's gonna happen. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil, by the way. That's my boy. I love watching him. That this would never be a problem for her and our children. It could be a problem. It could be. That's the thing. It would be better. It would be better because I'm bringing home more money. I'm not gonna neglect them. I'm not gonna neglect them. Mary said that although she didn't fully address her concerns, she would support and always be there for you. W wife, bro. That's the type of wife you should want. After a long-awaited day came, Henry, your wife Mary, and the children were waiting for the results to be announced. While waiting for the results, what am I? I'm nervous. I'll be nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Henry comes to you and says, I believe you have succeeded. From now on, a whole new life begins for you, he whispered. With the announcement of the results, you learned that your career as a judge has begun. Everyone in the house was in great joy. Mary looked a little thoughtful, but she couldn't help but rejoice. While you were excited about your first day of duty, you heard the horn of your driver coming from outside take you to the office. After kissing Mary, you took your bag and set off for the office. Let's go. I would choose the black person, but I'm trying to look at the things that they get in. More money, Supreme Court relation, government relation. I feel like it's one of these two. But what is less punishment? I'm trying to see, because what is less punishment? Like if I get something wrong? Let's do this. Lack of evidence is not proof of innocence. Be careful. I just saw that. Lack of evidence is not proof of innocence. There's 3 seasons to this. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, we're in for a long haul. We're in for the long haul. Hello? Chief Justice. Hello, Richard. How are you? Thank you, Minister. I hope you are. That's not the question he asked. Due to the recent appointments, you'll be starting your first day on job. Do you feel prepared? No, sir. Yes, Minister. I'm glad to hear that, Richard. I have a question on my mind. What is it? You are aware of the country situation. Do you think you can handle this role? Yeah, yo, step on 2 toes on. If you don't believe me, then appointment to this mission was not the right decision. Or your appointment of me is the biggest proof of that. If you didn't believe me, appoint me. Thank you for your special job. What you see in your duties. I do too, sir. Alright. Inspect the folder. We're trying to go top to bottom. What is this? Dear Judge, our greatest expectation as you participate in upcoming cases is that you make accurate decisions in accordance with our Constitution. If either the plaintiff or the defendant believes that you have made an incorrect decision, they can approach us and we will conduct a detailed review. If we determine that your decision was incorrect, you will face a penalty. The day after cases in which you made incorrect decisions, you can find out why we believe you made a wrong decision by using the file here. Cases in which you make the incorrect decision will be reviewed by another judge. We have full confidence in your ability to make correct decisions, but we deemed it appropriate to provide this information. Alright, sir. Click on the flag. What is this? Our country is called Coparde. I ain't reading all this. Let me try to get a gist of this. Uh-huh. Y'all can read this. I'm reading it too, quick. Okay. Examine the Constitution book. Yeah, I gotta look at this. I gotta read all this? Oh yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. Oh yeah, we're cooked. I'm gonna have to keep bringing this book up next to me. Hello, you need to complete a few steps to set up your system. Okay. Oh. Why would I? Yo, why I make the black person with the big nose, bro? But let's just find this. Bro. Whatever. Just please select your password. JD505. Huh? Maybe make that my password then. Actually, no, I don't want to use a password. The heck? Oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff. Yo, why is there so much stuff? No, Pat, I may need to meet with the Prime Minister more often. Okay. Okay. What do you mean my spouse gets angry with me occasionally, but for not a resolution and manageable? What do you mean she gets angry with me? Bro, I didn't even make a case yet. Well, my name is Richard Anderson, I guess. 284 followers. Yo. This game got a lot of stuff. Get me out of here. Now what? Now what? Human trafficking case. I have prepared the documents of your outgoing case and left them on the table in the courtroom for you. Additionally, the attorneys are waiting for you in the courtroom for pre-trial hearing. Oh, okay, I know. You're my new assistant? Okay. Alright. Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw something, though, about pre-trial on the phone. Yes. Yes, I want to go. Order. Order in the court. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Let's start with the defendant. Rebecca White, please stand. My client, Bowden Bell, indeed works under the Cobard Border Command at the border post. He is a dedicated citizen who is loyal to his homeland and understands the importance of his duties and responsibilities. There is no basis for him to engage in any activities outside his job description. We firmly deny the plaintiff's allegations and request the acquittal of my client. Okay. So, what's the allegations, Mr. Mark Harris? Okay. This could be controversial. Hold on. It has discovered that the defendant, who works at the border post, allows undocumented immigrants who had previously arranged with human traffickers to enter the country during his work hours. Yeah, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. Yeah, that's very serious. That's a big no-no. That's a no-no. You will agree that is extremely serious and significant matter that jeopardizes our country's security. Therefore, we request his child and imposition of the necessary penalties. I gotta talk to him. Where is he? That's all I get? You have no objections. Your Honor, Jeffrey Clark has been recently started work at the Border Command and is distanced from my client's duty area. Therefore, he is not knowledgeable about this incident. We request that you reject his testimony. Yo, no! Like, why would I reject it? No. If they're bringing in human traffickers, I have to hear his testimony. No, I'm rejecting that. No, where is he? Bring him in. Order. Your relationship with the family will increase by 5%. Okay. Order. Yeah, let's do this. Alright. Examine the case file. We got Cobarde Border Command versus Bowden Bell. Human trafficking case. Case number 161967. Cobarde Border Command alleges that one of his officers is involved in human trafficking along the borders. They claim that during his working hours, he illegally allows undocumented immigrants to the country and profits from it. The accused officer, Bowden Bell, vehemently denies the allegation and does not admit to any connection with these human traffickers. We will see about that, Bowden Bell. Information. Plaintiff is Cobarde Border Command. The witness is Andrew Turner and Jeffrey Clark. And the defendant is Brandon Wilson. The only evidence we got is CCTV footage. Okay. Examine the pre-trial hearing records. Where is that? There it is. I ain't reading all that. Let me just get a gist of this. Y'all can read that. Because y'all can see it. I hope. My client, Cobarde. Okay, so this is the same thing that they were saying earlier. That's the same thing they were saying earlier. One is saying that has like no connection, and the guy that's coming in to talk doesn't have any like knowledge of his field. And they're saying that Bowden Bell is a hard worker for his homeland and understands the importance of his duties and responsibilities. And they don't think he has any connection to it. Okay. Okay. Check the list. What's the checklist? The plaintiff was heard. Okay, yeah, I gotta listen to these guys. I gotta listen to them. The plaintiff, the defendant, and the witness. And I gotta see what the Constitution says. Oh, good. Alright. Let's start with the one who started this. Mr. Mark Harris, please stand. Oh, I gotta ask the questions. You are accusing the duty officer of misconduct. Do you have any evidence to support this claim? Your Honor, upon reviewing our institution records, it was determined that the defendant was not present in the security booth where he was supposed to be during working hours. Additionally, we have submitted the relevant security camera footage to the court. Okay, so he said that he wasn't there in his post at the time he was supposed to. If that's the case and he let them in while like he's off the job, that's his fault. What is the content of the camera footage submitted to our court? Okay. Really? Mr. Bowden Bell, if you weren't there and they crossed, it's gonna be looking bad for you. Duty weapon? I'm gonna have to see this. I'm gonna have to see this. Because now they're saying that there was a weapon that he left there. That could be even more dangerous, Mr. Bowden Bell. What penalties does your institution request with the framework of the human trafficking allegations? Yeah, because they may be illegals, but human trafficking is a whole nother step. Let's see. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Migration is a fundamental right. You cannot prevent it. Silence! Order! 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 Sit down! And don't you ever get up and speak in my court like that again. Do you hear me, sir? Wrong with him. I'm sorry, Marquez. Please continue. The defendant is well aware of the camera's location. His absence during the commission of the crime is no coincidence. The presence of his duty weapon right next to the area where the migrants crossed, his absence from his post during his shift, and the illegals crossing our country as a result represent a significant security breach. It really does, though. It does. He's not wrong with what he's saying. Y'all heard that? Oh my gosh. Should bring him in my freaking court office. Forgot my train of thought. Where are we? Oh yeah. Mr. Bodenbell, this is crazy. Because everything is pointing against you since you weren't there and you left your weapon. Sir, how do you know? Okay, 134 paragraph 3. All right. End of listening for him. Wait, what does it say in 134? 3. The court may sentence the defendant to imprisonment ranging from 3 to 8 years. He said maximum, so that's 8 years in prison. Alternatively, the court may impose a fine up to $300,000. The discretion to lower or increase the amount based on defendant behavior in court is at the discretion of the court. Okay. 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 All right, so we talked to the plaintiff. I get his things. I get it. Now, actually, we're gonna leave you last, Mr. Bodenbell. We're gonna leave you last. Witness Andrew Turner, please come up to the stand. So true, Andrew Turner. Dang! Look at his neck. What happened to you, sir? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mr. Andrew Turner, can you confirm that you were on duty at the border post with the defendant? Well, yes. Sir. Are you good? Okay. Please excuse my nerves. It's my first time appearing in court. Okay, sir. Just calm down. Just calm down and think back. Stay calm and just answer a question. Did you witness any suspicious behavior from the defendant during or outside his duty hours? But someone strong social skills. He often interacts with people living near the border outside of work. At least not. Okay. Okay, so he's just a sociable guy. Okay. Okay. Do you have anything to say about the defendant's behavior at the border post? But who among us is going? Yeah, I know that. My wife is nagging me in the back all the time. Thank you. Witness Jeffrey Clark. Is it true that you were stationed at the security booth closest to the defendant at the time of the incident? Yes, but I am new to the job, so I'm not very familiar with how things work at the border post or the border area. I might have been the closest, but still, the distance was not very close. Okay. Okay. How far is your post from the defendants, and was it within your line of sight? I was about 250 meters. Okay. As I mentioned before, I am new to the border area. Also, during the night, my visibility is as you can imagine. Alright. More limited. Understandable, Mr. Jeffrey Clark. Understandable. Did you notice anything unusual about the defendant's security booth during the time of the incident? Okay. Okay, so he didn't see anything. All he saw was people. And this guy is just talking about how he always had conversation. He was a sociable guy. Which doesn't help me in a lick a bit. But everything points that he was not there. Oh no, I don't need that. I need to look at the evidence. Oh, I could take notes? I did not know that. I'm gonna start taking notes. But right now, I remember everything. Gotta click on the TV. Ah, there we go. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Go back. And that's his gun right there. Mr. Bodenbell, please come up to the stand. What is your duty at the border post? Your Honor, I am on guard duty at security booth at the border post. My duty is to prevent illegals crossing at our border and thwart any threats. I have never acted outside my duty description. This accusation is completely slanderous. Sir, you're caught in 4K. You see that TV over there? You let 3 people in, and you left your gun there. Why? Why do you think your institution is accusing you falsely? Being charged in such a case is evidence of slander itself. I have never made any spanking on duty other than those imposed by limitations of being human. On the contrary, I have been insulted by my superiors multiple times. Nevertheless, I kept these to myself, considering the sanctity of my duty, but I see that the institution I work for does not share the same sentiment. Sir, you weren't there, so you can't really say it's their fault. But yeah, what do you have to say about this? Uh-huh. What? Please believe in my Buddy! 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 Tampered with? Wait, hold on, let me see something. Let me look at the time. No! No, you're cooked, buddy. You are cooked. You're cooked. No. Yes. That's 8 years. Some people may not like it. Cool. Yeah, I'm writing my justification. They gonna see this. Y'all can read my things. Bro, he didn't have a defense. Bro. You're going to prison, buddy. 99 years is crazy. Nah, 8 years. 8 years. That's 8 years, buddy. 8 years. Because it said 5 to 8 years for letting illegals in. And you let 3 of them in. If it would have been 1 or 2, it would have been actually 1. I'd be like, okay, that's like 6 years. But letting 3 in is crazy. That's 8 years. That's 8 years. Order, order. Yeah, the plaintiff won. Yeah, he won. He had no evidence. And the camera showed 3 people going in while he left his gun there, which was even more dangerous. Man, let's go. Your spouse mentioned that you are no longer have time for your family and the situation is negatively affecting your children. What are your thoughts on this? What do I say to that? Work is very busy. It'll get better soon. Let's go. Let's go. On to the new case, buddy. Day 2. Where my mail at? I gotta check the mail. Murder case. Wait, whoa, what happened? Okay. So the government is pleased with the outcome. Murder case. Ooh, we got a murder case. Murder case. Uh-oh. Let's go to the crime scene. Uh-oh. Punishment should be fair, not revenge. That's true. Okay. Let's go number 1. Ooh. Who was here? Dexter Morgan? At the crime scene, of course, identified belonging to Miles Peters. Miles Peter was discovered with the container. Additionally, a strong odor is present inside the container. The container is a cold storage unit. Upon a thorough examination of the corpse, it was determined that there are signs of physical assault. Furthermore, there are instances of frostbite and loss of function in various limbs of the deceased. Dang! Okay, so there was physical assault. But why was there so much blood then? In the investigation conducted by this crime scene team, 2 pills were found on the ground. When the discovered pills were examined in detail by experts, it was determined that they were antidepressants. Okay, these pills are sold with a prescription, as they are required to read the prescription. Therefore, they can only be obtained with the doctor's recommendation. Occasionally, individuals who use them may experience suicidal thoughts, especially in early stages. This should be out of here, because there was clearly signs of physical assault, so somebody had to do this. And there was so much blood, so there was no way. And you can't even go back. So you gotta remember it. You have to. I gotta make notes of this. There was signs of physical assault. Okay. I got 3 new mail. Let me check this out on my desk. She said she left on my desk, bro. Where that? Oh, brother, she did not leave it on my desk. Was I supposed to look somewhere else? Oh, in the courtroom. Let's go. Your spouse doesn't seem very pleased with the answer you're given to questions related to your work, and they appear quite confused. I said work is hard and it will get better soon. Oh, brother. Okay. Let's talk to the defendant. Miss Laura Martinez, please stand. Okay, heated argument with him and the deceased due to the engine failure experienced during the recent ship voyage. Okay. Yeah, I can't really... Unless his fingerprints are there. We need, like, fingerprints. We need a source weapon. We need fingerprints. What's up? Miss Harper Gray, please stand. Yes, it was. Witness and examine evidence. Okay. Skirt. Let's go. Order. Good morning. Oh, these guys got criminal records. Who is this? He has a criminal record. My buddy, if there are fingerprints and they match yours, you're cooked. Was it pre-trial? Okay. Any person who intentionally causes death shall be deemed okay. Okay. It starts from 18 years and could lead up. Okay. How old are you, sir? Where does it say how old he is? I was trying to see how old he was. Whatever. Let's see. Let's read this case file. Cobarde versus Lucien Foster. We got 4 witnesses. Oh, buddy, Lucien, you're cooked. We got 4 witnesses, and based on what they're saying that they have some evidence on you. So, Lucien, oh, you about to... Let's hope you don't go back in the pen. We got CCTV footage and an autopsy report. Drugs were found in the stomach of the corpse. That could be the antidepressants. There is frostbite in many spots on the body. There are crushes on the skull of the corpse. The day of crime was Thursday, the 14th. Based on statements of the people at the scene, it was concluded that the body belonged to Miles Peters and his brother was invited to identify his mother. Oh. Okay. Gotta take notes. Let me take a few notes. Clear sign of damage from another person. And antidepressants were also found, which can be the drugs in the body. All right. Oh no. Miss Harper Gray, please step up to the stand. Under what circumstances and how was Miles Peters' body found? Your Honor, port officials conduct routine inspections of containers. On the day of this incident, during one such inspection, Miles Peters' body was discovered inside a container. Since the container was for frozen food, the victim's body was found in a frozen state. Okay, as the plaintiff, on what grounds did he claim that Lucien Foster is the murder suspect? We, the prosecution. Okay. Okay. Wait, what? Antidepressants make you want to hurt yourself, not others. But it could be used to hurt others, so that, take that out the window. Okay. Okay. Do you have anything else to add regarding the incident? Okay. Yes. Yes, there is. All right. Let's end this listening. Okay. Let's hear the witness. Mr. Robert Taylor. What was the argument between Lucien Foster and Miles Peters about during the ship voyage? Okay. What would you say about the seriousness and scale of the argument? Were there any punches thrown? Like? Can we hear what they said? What did you do afterward, and did you witness anything? Okay, so he just saw the argument and heard it. Okay. Mr. Charles Martinez! As the person who opened the frozen food container, how did you experience the incident? I don't know how to describe it. Okay, so it's his medication. So he requested it. But why was it found outside? In what condition and position was Miles Peters' body found inside the container? Okay. Okay. Mention earlier that you bought medications here, bros. Do you know what the medication was for? So it was his, but why was it found outside? What was his name? Charles Martinez. Okay. I got my notes down there. Y'all see writing that. I may not show it to y'all, but Mr. Brian Scott, please come up to the stand. What can you say about your last conversation with Miles Peters? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Did Miles Peters have any issues or conflicts with anyone else in the crew? Okay. Do you believe Lucy and Foster could kill someone? Yes, I know. Okay. Okay. So he just told him to stay calm and everything. That's really it. Mr. Ronald Hall. When you arrived at the scene, did you notice anything unusual? Oh, this was the officer. Was Lucy and Foster there? Did you find any suspicious circumstances or individuals during your investigation? For instance, how did Foster appear when he arrived? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he didn't find anything suspicious about him, but he was in a state of shock. I'm gonna need to see this. Okay, so they're just arguing. Wait, who is this guy? Because remember, the guy didn't walk up to them. The one who saw them and went up and saw them arguing, he didn't go up to them. He just said he went up, looked, and then went back. So who is this? Who is that? Wait, hair like... It could possibly be him. Now I'm looking at it. It could possibly be him. It could possibly be him. What is that? All right, Mr. Lucian Foster. Yes, I saw his criminal record. Due to violence. What was the reason for your argument during the ship voyage, Mr. Lucian Foster? Uh-huh. What else? What did you say? Yeah, how do you respond to this accusation? Okay. The prosecutor claims that the medications you regularly use sometimes make you lose control. Is this true? Like? What does that have to do? Yo, it has everything to do with the case. Yo, cause... Bro. Cause that is there any evidence? There was no fingerprints on him? No nothing? I'm trying to think. Cause just cause he had an argument with him doesn't mean he would kill him for that. There's something more to this. And how is the officer there? Yo, if you put someone in a container, does the things go away? And why were drugs found in his body? I thought the drugs belonged to him, but that changes everything if he was taking them. But that doesn't explain why the antidepressants fell. That doesn't explain it. Nah, I don't think he did it. I don't think he did it. I'm not even gonna hold you. Yeah, I don't think he did it. There's not enough evidence at all. What does the book say? Nah, bro, I don't think he did it. There's no evidence that he did it. It could have been someone else. For example, whoever this guy is. Who is that? In a criminal record, like, yes, it's violence. He ain't do it. Hold up. Let me make sure I put how much. 18 and up if committed. Okay. The location where the incident took place and evidence can be quite helpful. Yeah, it's helpful, but there was no evidence pointing towards him doing it. Just because the antidepressants are there doesn't mean he did it. Because remember, the other guy brought him it. He didn't go there himself to get it. Another guy brought him there. He's innocent. He's innocent. My rent is $40. Shoot, where we living? The government is working on a new immigration bill. What are your thoughts on this matter? Immigrants will disrupt our demographic structure. That's crazy to say. We can use immigrants as a workforce. Both of these sound bad. Both of these sound bad. We can use them as a workforce. Alright, we got one more case, and then that'll be it for today. Hello? Hello? It was Richard, right? Yes, Prime Minister. I didn't want our first meeting to be such a bad matter. The public is eagerly awaiting today's verdict. He says, I hope that you will do what's right in our country and won't prolong this issue. What are you saying? It seems that you won't punish a government institution for doing what's necessary. What did y'all do? What did y'all do? The verdict in the case will be determined in the courtroom. You know my decision. We can talk again after the trial if necessary. Good luck. What did the government institution do? He's saying not to punish them. Okay. Oh shoot, what did it say before? Rights infringement lawsuit. What are we about to do? The refugees are quite pleased with the acceptance they have received from the public, which indicates they will soon have better conditions. Yeah, we can use it as a workforce. We can. All right. Usually I would do the defendant first, but let's do the attorney first. My client is serving his sentence at Cobarde Prison for the crime he committed. However, in recent days, an action has been taken, such as sentencing my client to solitary confinement despite not exhibiting any negative behavior. Yeah, wait, whoa. We're gonna send him to solitary confinement when he didn't do anything? Okay. What do you have to say, Oberon Templar? Okay. What did he do? Whoa. He skipped a meal and initiated a hunger strike, which sends him to solitary confinement. What? Just because he went on a hunger strike? Bro, he's in prison. Prison don't have good food. Let him starve then. That don't mean you send him to solitary confinement. Oh my gosh. Your Honor, Laura Martinez has a close relationship with the prison warden. No, we want to hear everything. I don't know if they're being biased or not. I don't know if they're being biased. Order. Order. Let's look at the case file. Albert Nurian versus Prison Administration. Prisoner Albert Nurian, although he did not exhibit any negative behavior during his time in prison, claimed that he was sentenced to solitary confinement and suffered psychological harm as a result, and therefore he filed his lawsuit against the prison administration. He alleged that he was subjected to inhuman treatment and the prison administration unlawfully implemented its duties and responsibilities. The prison administration, on the other hand, stated that the prisoner was sentenced to solitary confinement because he did not comply with the necessary instructions and conditions, and there was no unlawful situation. Okay. Inmate status. Okay. Has returned that the person has not eaten in 3 days. Okay. A hunger strike? Bro, number 4 does say he cannot initiate a hunger strike. Let's write down my notes. Let me see the file. Okay. All right, let's hear everything. Let's hear from Albert Nguyen first. For your behaviors before being sentenced to solitary confinement. What are you even in prison for? Murder! Yeah, we not letting you back on the street, sire. We are not letting you back on the street. You experienced any illegal intervention during the solitary confinement process? Certainly. However, since the witnesses presented to the court are from the prison as mentioned, they will not mention it. Did you have any intention to incite a riot? Never. I never had such intention. I am only defending my rights because I believe I did not deserve solitary confinement. Wait, this was before or after solitary confinement? Sir, no, sir, no. No, what did he just say? Wait, why was he sent to solitary confinement? Hold on. Hold on. End this listening. Let me see this case file. Hold on, bro. What did he do to be sent there? They're not saying what he did to be sent there. This was after. No, wait. So you sent him there for no reason. Then he initiated a strike, which does put him in for the complaint to send him to solitary confinement. No, bro. You can't do that. Hold on, let me make sure I write that down so I don't forget that. All right. Mr. Gregory Perez, step up to the stand. Can you provide information about the behavior of the prisoner sentenced to solitary confinement? Sir, you can't do that, bro. What was the psychological condition of the prisoner before being sentenced to solitary confinement? Okay. Earlier, you mentioned the prisoner's behavior in sign revolt. Was this behavior supported by other prisoners, or do you think it was a planned protest as a group? No, Your Honor. It was just watched in astonishment by everyone. Some were indifferent and some just laughed. Yeah. Wait, if no one followed him, then does that really count as inciting a hunger strike? If nobody followed him? Okay. Mr. Terry Wright! What do you know about the situation of the prisoner's sentenced to solitary confinement? Okay. Was there any situation or disproportionate intervention that would negatively affect the prisoner's psychology? Frankly, there's no evidence such a thing, sir. To maintain order, the regulations stipulate by the law were followed. What are thoughts on the prisoner's allegations? Yeah, get out of my face, sir. You did not help at all. He didn't help at all. Alright. They're saying that Laura Martinez has a close relationship with the warden, so I want to see what she has to say. Nurse Laura Martinez. How was the physical condition of the prisoner affected by solitary confinement? The other guy said the same thing. Yeah, they got this planned out. And I can't really do nothing either. I can't really do nothing about it. Because there's more evidence against him than he has evidence against them. So I can't really do anything. Did the prisoner receive any unusual counseling or psychiatric medication related to his mental health before this behavior? No, sir. As you know, routine examinations are conducted for every prisoner at regular intervals. There is no need for additional counseling or medication for the prisoner. Okay. Do you have anything to add about the mental health of the prisoner, or do you have any recommendations for the court or the prison administration? Y'all said she would be biased. She not biased. Man. I think it's open and closed. Because he incited a riot. But I don't know why he was even sent to solitary confinement in the first place. What does the defendant have to say? Why did the prisoner not eat during cafeteria hours and start a hunger strike? Yeah, it's not. Is the regulation applied to the prisoner in compliance with the law, or was there any behavior that was not in accordance with the law? Sir, they got you. I don't know what to say to you, sir. They got you. There's nothing you can really do. Because first, I don't know why you were sent to solitary confinement in the first place. None of you disclosed any information about that. Second, after solitary confinement, you did something that would get you in solitary confinement, which is a hunger strike. So, you're cooked. How's the situation of the prisoner sent to solitary confinement evaluated? Okay. Sir, you're cooked. I can't lie, sir. You are cooked. There's nothing I could do for you. What did I say? Ah, nah, sir, you're cooked. You're cooked, sir. I'm sorry. Oh, they're innocent. Yeah. That was open and shut. The public is demanding an increase in penalties for crimes such as murder and theft. Murder is one thing. Theft is another. Theft should be the same. Murder, yes, but let's just take it into consideration. Alright. My progress was saved. Go back to the menu. Hey. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all enjoyed. You are the judge. We are gonna... That's the first episode of this. There's gonna be more episodes later on. Probably span of a few days, but we got more episodes coming for different games. And I hope you're there for it. So subscribe. Come tune in to your boy. Have a good day. Peace.